What's up, y'all? So, this is what I wanted to talk about today. Pop my stuff in the bag. I am done with Fast and the Furious. If you've watched any of my other videos, you've seen me at Import Face Off. You've seen me racing back in the day. I had a Acura Integra GSR. I had a car club called Euphoria. I enjoyed the Fast and Furious franchise when I grew up. Fast and Furious came out. Me and my team were there. Team Euphoria back in 05, 06 when that movie came out, and absolutely loved it. Fast and Furious 2, or Too Fast, Too Furious came out. Then the third one came out, fourth, fifth. I stopped at 5. And the reason why I don't watch Fast and Furious anymore is because of the absolute disrespect that franchise has done. The Hobbs and Shaw with the Fast and Furious little logo crap, man, that stuff is whack. I didn't watch it. I stopped watching after Fast 5. And honestly, it's because the people who originally went to go see Fast and Furious were essentially car guys, street racers, people who enjoyed the lure of racing where you would get in trouble. Now it's basically turned into like some Bourne Identity heist movie. And yeah, the first movie did touch on heist. It was you know Fast and Furious if you've seen it. Basically the first movie dealt with a car club basically stealing car parts and financing their escapades essentially through stealing cars from the truck. Stealing parts from vehicles. So that was cool. They wasn't advocating it. They were just saying that there's a deeper side to street racing. I've heard that some cartel members actually run drugs through street racing gangs. I actually was offered that long time ago. The police actually thought in our town that we was running drugs from Tulsa, Oklahoma City, because there were a lot of cars. Tulsa's not that big. It's a really, really big town for Oklahoma, but to have a 60+ car club, that's basically saying a lot, especially with a big old banner that says Euphoria over it. And so I can understand why the police didn't like us. We'd be ripping and running on the freeway, man. We had so much fun. But, I was young and dumb and it was very immature, blowing by cars at essentially 120 on the freeway while we got somebody in a Z filming. We never got into any wrecks that I know of. There was always like those outlier people who would always do something stupid. I have hella stories on that. One day I might talk about them. But Fast and the Furious died when Paul Walker died. I think it's just absolute disrespect to keep going with that franchise. The Rock has basically gotten into it now. And this is what I have to say about The Rock. He's a good actor, but he's always The Rock. I think he's going to be Black Adam in a DC movie. He is always The Rock. Whenever you look at... He's not a character actor. So let's just say when you look at Leonardo DiCaprio. When Leonardo DiCaprio was basically in Wolf of Wall Street, you believed him. When he was in Inception, you believed that he was. You didn't see Leonardo DiCaprio. You saw his face, but you didn't believe that he was just some actor. You believed the character he was in. The Rock is essentially The Rock in every movie, regardless if he's jumping from a skyscraper or he's, controlling a missile with his freaking foot or hanging off, shooting a gun. He's the same actor. And so by them adding The Rock and then Hobbs and Shaw, and now he's basically the face of the franchise. I know him and Vin Diesel are beefing, at least from what I see from like different reports, and him and Tyrese, it's not a good vibe. And Paul Walker was a real street guy. He was a real, he was a real driver. The man that he actually passed away with, they were both certified, basically race car drivers, and actually enjoyed that they were actually real drivers. They just wasn't acting. So when he's buzzing around in a Supra, he knows what he's talking about. The cars that he collected showed that he was a car guy. I don't know that much about Vin Diesel, if he's like a really gearhead like that. You can still be in a movie and not be about that movie, about that movie's life. And so I will swear off, Fast and Furious franchise. And I know it's not probably aimed towards me anymore. I'm 34 years old, and when that movie came out, I was in my 20s, early 20s. So now that franchise has basically tried to get the younger generation in, and I just don't see it anymore. I don't see myself liking it anymore. You know, I hear that the next one's gonna have Cardi B. What does Cardi B have anything to do with that franchise other than just try to bring in more girls? But you know, ratchet women, who Cardi B essentially represents, do not watch Fast and Furious movies. You know, maybe if a dude try to go see the movie and he takes his girl, you know, he'd be like, hey, you know, Cardi B's in it, you know, whatever the freaking noises that she makes and stuff. So Fast and Furious is just not what it was, and I just will not watch that movie anymore. It just doesn't have that appeal. I like the fact of just, you know, the first movie is a certified, you know, Gearheads classic, and it seems like they've been trying to recreate that, but because the franchise is so profitable, they're still going to make the movie. You know, if a movie makes $1 billion, because it's a franchise, people want to see where the story goes. It doesn't matter to people like me that like real gearheads are not going to watch it anymore. Sorry if it's really bumpy. But yeah, real gearheads are not going to watch Fast and Furious anymore because they know how much the show has become a joke. And it's a shame to see where that's gone, you know, because I don't really see movies like Fast and Furious that come out anymore because they feel like the youth is so impressionable to where they're going to see that and do that. You know, me and my crew, we were running in the streets before Fast and Furious came out. Now, did Fast and Furious kind of have a little influence on us? Yeah, but once again, you know, we were old enough to know the actions what we were doing. You know, we knew we was wrong for street racing. It was fun. It was super fun. But we knew we was in the wrong for doing it, and we risked it all. You know, when we're on the freeway and you got 20 cars deep and everybody's setting out to go to Mexico, you know, it wasn't Mexico back in the day. It was a couple streets here in town that we would go to. So, but now, what's the point of Fast and Furious? Like, what are you guys gonna heist anymore? You know, first you was just taking parts and selling them, and now, you know, like I said, I haven't seen anything since Fast 5. One of the best cars in there was the old GTR that Brian was driving. Oh, I love that GTR. Favorite car in the whole series, I will say, will still be the green Eclipse. There's something about that GST Eclipse. I've seen a few replicas, like fan made. There's just something about that Eclipse. And side note, what happened to Mitsubishi? Mitsubishi does not make any type of good car. Like, I don't even see new Mitsubishis on the road, which is a shame. None. Absolutely no new Mitsubishis on the streets. You know, Mitsubishi had the Starion. Mitsubishi had of course, the Eclipse and the Eclipse GST, the GSX. Hell, you don't even see the base model. And of course, they had crappy transmissions. They had the 4G63 legendary 4-banger turbo motor. But now, Mitsubishi's completely gone. You know, Nissan actually owns a stake in Mitsubishi, and that might be why you don't see a lot of Mitsubishis on the road. Because why would Nissan, you know, push their competition? The Evo is absolutely dead. It's not even around, and if it comes back, it's probably gonna come back as a van. The Mitsubishi Evolutionary van, it'd be whack. Absolutely whack. And so, yeah, it's just gone. You know, Mazda too. Mazda used to make the RX-7. They're not making any sports cars. I mean, some of the cars they have now look sporty, but they're absolutely not. And so it's kind of like, you know, it's only Toyota out there that's kind of making sports cars. Of course, you got Nissan, but a lot of the 90s sports cars. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Mitsubishi 3000 GT, the VR4. Are you serious? Big old wide, heavy car that was you know, 4-banger twin turbo. They had the V6. The Eclipse died off, man. The Eclipse, when it went to the V6, it was garbage. No black dude, no real street racing black guy is going to drive a convertible Eclipse with chrome wheels and a stupid wing. Why they put Tyrese in that car, I have no idea. He was like, yeah, that's my car. And even to see those cars now, I mean, they're so, you know, riced out. But, you know, I would still take Brian's Eclipse from I think it was the third movie, or Too Fast, Too Furious, whatever. I would still take that VR. that car. Sorry, lost my train of thought. But anyways, you've lost me. And Fast and Furious franchise has absolutely lost me. I don't think my kids even want to see it. I know there's some knockoff Fast and Furious movies on Netflix, some stupid movies, but I wish real gearhead movies would come back. I mean, I'm gonna go see the Ford v Ferrari. I'll probably do a review on that, and I know it's been out for almost a couple weeks, so I'm gonna go check that movie out. That one looks good with Christian Bale and Matt Damon, so I look forward to seeing that movie. But as far as Fast and Furious franchise, dude, I can't wait till I see the trailer with Cardi B so I can just straight clown it. I'm gonna do a review or a reaction on that trailer just to absolutely clown it because of how stupid it looks. So, but anyways, let me know what y'all think. You know, is Fast and Furious still relevant if you're a car guy, or if it's not, or if you like it because of the story, or you want to see, you know, what other actor they're going to put in it. You know, now since they got Jason Statham and The Rock, they might as well throw Kevin Hart in it and make some type of Jumanji Fast and Furious crossover. You know, some dumb, since they're just reaching for the skies now. What are they going to heist now? You know, are they going to go over to England and try to throw the Queen in the back of the trunk and try to heist her out of the town? Heist her out of town. So anyways, I'm home. About to call it a day. But let me know what y'all think, man, and I'll put another video up soon. Peace.